Sorry about that, babe.
What's up, guys? It's Cody aka the Bear here of Bits and Glory, and we're back with another unboxing. It's been a while, I realize that, and I do apologize, because I know some of you really do enjoy the unboxings. So I wanted to bring it back for Lufia II Rise of the Sinistrals, which we recently played through on the channel. And I also reviewed it, which you'll see after this video, I'm pretty sure. Again, I haven't done this in a while, so bear with any kind of technical difficulties or glare. I'm trying to see a little bit of glare there, but there's also wrinkles increasing in the box. But anyways, I picked this up a couple years ago for a pretty good price, and I noticed on eBay that the price of what I got this for years ago is now doubled, so good thing I got it when I did. But yeah, wonderful game here. This is a sequel, sort of. It's actually a prequel on the game timeline to Lufia and the Fortress of Doom, which I covered, I believe, super duper early 2022. Can't recall off the top of my head. But yeah, sold by Natsume. Serious fun, indeed. Natsume games are pretty expensive. Alright, here we go. Got some screenshots here on the back. Some random encounters. One of the mountains, can't remember which one that is off the top of my head. First battle with Gades, might be the second one, probably the first one, I don't know. Anyway. The ultimate role-playing game. This exciting sequel, sort of, to the Lufian legend pits Monster Hunter Maxim and 6 adventuring companions against the Sinistrals. What a tongue twister. The story develops into a complex maze, challenging you with big battles, puzzles, and loads of surprises. You could even grow your own monsters. You will enjoy countless hours on a fantastic journey in the world of Lufia. So, pretty cool. License from Taito. Actually, I gotta check that out in my review. Gotta check that one out. Because there was a lot of region differences for publishers and whatnot. But let's take a look here inside the box. To my knowledge, this one I think is actually 100% complete, which is a little bit different for a change. Here we go, standard stuff. First, we'll look at this. I have it in a protective clear case, as opposed to the standard dust sleeve and then actual like plastic sleeve. A little dirty. Got some stuff on there, but anyway. Still works. The original battery backup still works as well. I did play through the European version for my playthrough on the FX Pack Pro, which is just off to the side here, you can't see it. But this is, for all intents and purposes, still works very well. Pretty nice looking, iconic cartridge. Like if you saw this out in the wild and you were an RPG fan and it was, you know, in a flea market or something, you'd be like, oh! Might be able to get it for $10, you never know. But, yeah, pretty good stuff. So let's move on to the goods. Obviously, the plastic thing, I put those on all my games that did not come with the original game. Take out everything here. Alright, we'll save the manual and the map for later. We'll look at some of the inserts, which we don't typically get with all the games. Standard consumer information precautions booklet. This came with pretty much every SNES game. Nothing crazy to look at there, but still cool, you know, to have it. And you have a little subscription to Nintendo Power thing here, which is pretty cool as well. NBA Jam Tournament Edition being broadcasted or advertised. The mail away. Yes, I want to smash my opponents like bugs. Pretty funny. Cool to have for sure. But we're here for the other stuff. First, we're actually going to look at the map, and then we'll look at the manual. So, Lufia II is not a super duper difficult game to navigate. But this could definitely come in handy here and there. I utilized it a bit during my playthrough, but I also utilized, I have a reproduction copy of the official strategy guide because it's incredibly rare and incredibly expensive as well, like nuts, like pushing $1,000, which I'm not buying that. Especially for a guide strategy guide that doesn't really have anything going on inside of it other than text. But anyways, pretty useful and straightforward map here with the key. And then down here we're going over different items that you could find throughout the game, various attacking items as well as healing and buffing. Even talking about coins for the casino. Pretty cool stuff. Also, this is in very good shape. The box is in probably like 6.5 out of 10. Where this is actually, this isn't like 10 out of 10, but I'd say this is at least like an 8, 8.5, something like that. And on the flip side here, you can see the gigantic list of weapons, armor, rings, stones, which are basically rocks and jewels and stuff that you find throughout the game. As well as different types of magic and some artwork here. Pretty cool stuff. Very good reference list, especially for back in the day when the internet did not exist, but I definitely utilized it's RPG Gamer, I can't remember the name of the site off the top of my head. I utilized their quick references for a lot of stuff since I was obviously recording it on my computer, so I was right next to my computer anyway. But definitely really cool, nice history piece here. Pretty comprehensive overview again of the map and the different things that you could find throughout the game. So let's go ahead and fold that baby back up and take a look at the wonderful manual, which is also, I'd say, 8.5, maybe even 9 out of 10. There's obviously some dinging here and there, but super classic SNES. Look at this. As soon as you open it up, wonderful artwork, table of contents. Look at that. I utilized that artwork in a lot of my thumbnails. But here we go. We'll read a little bit here. History past. In its long history, the land of Lufia, like most civilizations, has experienced both the devastation of war and the prosperity of peace. According to Lufian legend, the ultimate disaster was averted generations ago when 4 brave heroes saved their people from certain destruction at the hands of the villainous creatures known as Sinistrals. Although the courage and fame of these bold warriors has passed down through the ages in legend and myth, it was not the first time they rescued their homeland from the threat of total destruction. Now the complete history of their brave heroics will unfold for all to see. For those of you that don't know, the first Lufia, the beginning of the first Lufia game is the end of this game. And then after that are events that take place after this game, since this is a prequel. But if you played the first Lufia game, the beginning of that game will be very similar to the end of this one. Power and glory. There are many reasons for war: greed, a difference in beliefs, or hunger for power. The Sinistrals started a war for the most selfish of reasons. They simply wanted the land of Lufia for their own, and they knew that the time to strike was when Dual Blade, a sword of great power, was resonating. Auric, the leader of the Sinistrals, could read the signs. The Dual Blade would be his key to victory. The poor, pitiful humans of the land would soon know the power of Dual Blade. I keep calling it Dual Blade because in the game they refer to it as Dual Blade, not the Dual Blade, so I apologize there. And Auric would have victory for once and for all. Time for heroes. The Sinistrals may have the upper hand with knowledge of the Dual Blade's power, but the humans are not done yet. If the monster hunter Maxim has anything to say about the future of the world, the Sinistrals will not have their wish. His story has begun. Now he will find others who will join his revolution against the Sinistrals. Now he could find the source of the war on the world, and now his band of warriors will rise triumphantly over the Sinistrals. At least that's the plan. Victory does not come to Maxim and the heroes of Lufia. Prepare for battle. Oh, I'm sorry. that actually confused me. So this is continuing on to the other page, clearly. And that's a separate thing here. Maxim and the heroes of Lufia prepare for battle. Anyway, at least that's the plan. Victory does not come to... Wait, what? Maybe that was correct. I don't know. Anyway, gotta love it. That's why you watch these videos, right? So here is a breakdown and nice artwork of all the different characters. I actually find Lexus's art to be very interesting. I mean, I guess he sort of looks like that, but I don't know. He almost looks like he'd be in a desert or something. Pretty cool. Really, really nice artwork. I like the artwork. It's very unique. We're not going to read through all this, but you have Maxim, Tia, Guy, Selen, Artie, Lexus, and Decker there. Decker's looking pretty beast. I like his getup. And then going through here, we have the various play controls. Standard stuff with your saves and your files. Going over the game screen as well as shopping. Going over the stuff that you could see both on the overworld and the town, and then as well as switching over here into the dungeons, where you have to deal with a lot of puzzles and differing mechanics. Here as well. Going over more of the menuing and subscreens and what they entail, as well as options that you could choose throughout the game. Going over special skills, which are basically the tools, the arrows, the bombs, the hooks, the fire arrows, the hammer, and the reset spell. Going over the battle system, which is pretty cool, revolving around the things that you could do, the swapping and the arranging of your heroes. Talking more about IP, which is a very important thing, which I discuss more in my review, clearly. As well as the varying status afflictions, which I feel like are a little bit more troublesome early on in the game as opposed to the end. But actually, no, I mean, you do get afflicted with them in the end as well, but definitely a lot more troubling early on when you have lower levels and lower vital signs. Yes. Cool artwork as well right there. Is that Iris? Probably. And going over the capsule monster system, which again, you can watch my review, I go over that a little bit more in depth. Pretty cool little companion slash Pokemon system. Could be a little bit confusing. Again, going over more of the capsule monsters and their differing elements. Going over special means of traveling, whether it be the vehicles or warping. Casino games, which you can play in a few areas in the game, but most importantly in Markow Casino on Forfeit Island. Oh, we have Action Bingo here. I actually just realized I didn't play Bingo in my playthrough. Wow, so now I gotta start a new one, right? How about it? And here you have some general helpful hints, such as making maps. That could definitely see that. Experimenting, of course, as always in RPGs. Watching your party. Obviously. Building levels, giving you good places to grind with these particular enemies here, the cores. They do have a propensity to run away though, so in my opinion I'd say I made a short on this. It's best just to grind on the sea when you get the boat, but it's fine. And going over the very beginnings of your adventure, not as in-depth as some manuals do, where you kind of, they lead you through like half the game, but really, really cool, very colorful, very well put together. But yeah, man. Great game. Loved playing it. And there is the total package, like Lex Luger. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this unboxing, and if you did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And stay tuned for the review that should be dropping within the next day or so. Take care.